Two, three, four. But I'm not seeing any levels moving over here. So let's stop the streaming. Check one, two. Okay, it's down here. All right. So I guess, all right. Okay. Okay. And I am Lorenzo Ice T Thomas. That's right. Dirty South Fantasy Football is on. Uh oh. Oh. Yes. Got a little feedback there. Hold on. Let me get rid of that. Yeah. I'm good. I was actually checking us out on YouTube and Twitch and yes, and Twitter. That's what it was. So yeah, yes, Thursday night. I'm ready for it, man. Yes, redraft league. Right. It was quite interesting, I will say, to say the least. With this league on Yahoo, it's a 14-team league where we have a 16-team league. And you don't know your draft position until 30 minutes before the draft. So it's very important for you to do quite a few mock drafts from different positions. So I already did a draft with the number one position, which was in our league. And then I did a couple of mock drafts in the middle around seven. And I had just the night before done, I conducted maybe three or four mock drafts in the 11th and 12th position. So I already had a little strategy of which running backs and wide receivers I wanted to take. The only question was, did I want to reach with, say, a Josh Allen in the first round or the second round? So I already knew which backs I didn't want because I had practiced and did a few mock drafts. And so basically, when it came up to that position, I already knew, had my players in queue, knew who I wanted to go for. Had a full understanding of who was working in a split backfield and who's going to be the standalone back. So I had all of that. So I actually went with Stephon Diggs with the number one pick at number 12. Came back around and got Swift in the next. Coming around, I got Swift. So basically, he's the lone back in Detroit. Diggs is the number one wide receiver in Buffalo with Josh Allen throwing him the ball. And I can't remember exactly what I did coming around. Oh, with the third pick, I picked Kyle Pitts. So I got Kyle Pitts at number 3 at right there. Yeah. Snake around. And then coming back. I can't remember. I think I got I think I went with Brandon Cooks coming around because Houston's going to be behind. They're going to be throwing the ball a great deal, and then because of most of the elite quarterbacks were gone in the fifth round, I went in and grabbed Pat Mahomes. So when I look back at when my draft grade came out, I had an A, so I was happy with that. Yes, I was thoroughly happy. I was number 12 out of 14. Yeah, yeah. But the dynasty league that we have where we have 22 positions and then 5 on the taxi squad, I was so prepared for any and everything, and especially with the rookies because we're able to put players on our taxi squad. I was so familiar with, okay, when do I want to reach for a Dobbs or a who's the other, the Brooks, Traylon Brooks out of who's at the Titans, the wide receiver in Green Bay. So most of those rookies, where does Damian Pierce go? Because he moved up once they cut Marlon Mack. So those people, those players, those rookies who are going to play a prominent role on their teams were basically, if I had not done the dynasty draft, I wouldn't know or be as prepared knowing the information and how much value they had and when to pick them and when not to reach. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm. Right. Wow. Mhm. Yeah. But when you're prepared and you already know who you want to target, so it's not strenuous. You're not pulling out your hair, even though you and I don't have a whole lot of it at this point in our lives. But it's simple. You're like, okay, this is who I don't want, and these are the players that I do want. You know, so right. Oh, okay. Right. 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 Well, because I am not drafting in that particular league, I would say it's the dead zone that concerns me when it comes to the running backs. That those rounds really three through six. Yeah, those rounds right there for running backs, I call that the dead zone. There are wide receivers you can select during those rounds where they will score just as much as those running backs, and there's so many question marks there. And your number two running back, if you get you get yourself a good running back in the first round, or maybe in the early part of the second round, you can wait later on in the draft to get that number two running back. So just stack with the wide receivers. Boom, 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 boom. If you're able to get one of those top tight ends, that is just as good. If you get a Kyle Pitts or a Travis Kelce or an Andrews or even a Kittle, one of those tight ends, you get those, they're just as good as a wide receiver. And then later on at the bottom of the draft, you can stack. As you can see in our league, I'm just stacking backs because all I need is to fill that number two position because I got Jonathan Taylor. So all I got to do is find a strong number two. And if I can find that back that's not splitting carries, then I'm good for the rest of the city. Right, exactly. So, right. Well, in the fantasy, yeah, but then you never know. In the redrafts, you may be able to find someone on the waiver wire, because you're not the league that I'm in. It's a 14 team league, and I'm looking at the guys that are on the sidelines. I'm like, man, they would be scooped up real quick in our league. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh yes, I got a picture that I got to send Frankie D. I just saw a picture of me and him. Oh, I think it was with Keith Sweat. Yeah, I think it was Keith Sweat back in the day when we were at the Hampton Coliseum. I was just looking at that picture and I was like, yeah, I got to get it to Frankie D. Yeah, what's up, Frankie D? Hope you watching. Right. We even say that. you know. She's right. Well, I can pull up my Yahoo status and just see that I am platinum, or I'll pull it up and I'll show it. I'll show it shortly once I get a chance, once I find it. Okay. Oh, oh Lord. All that cowboy stuff. I see. Mm. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Mm. Oh, he played for UCLA, didn't he? He- wow. right, right. She picked Dak in the first round. Oh wow, wow. Mm, right. 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 Oh, wow. She said it. Well, actually, I got to give you credit because there's 16 teams in our league, and I think between me, you, and Eric, you're the only one that's as active, more active than anyone else. You know what I'm saying? Like when the guy dropped, I can't remember what team dropped him, but they dropped Damian Pierce. I was like, what? And Nick Bolton? And you jump both you and you picked up someone off waiver wires yesterday, E. So yeah, and Mo picked up Bolton, Nick Bolton from Kansas City. He was like, what? He was on top of the waiver wire, and I was like, why are you dropping Damian Pierce and Nick Bolton? I was like, of all players, those are the last two, and your value, Mo, of your squad went up as soon as you picked up Bolton. He's like in the top 18 top linebackers, and I. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Defense, right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. But Mo, you weren't able to pick up Pierce. Someone else got him, right? Okay. Okay. Right. 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 You can see on the side the claims, the amount of people who claimed Pierce. So four people tried to get him, and there for Nick Bolton, it was you and I. So that tried to get Nick Bolton, but before you were ahead of me on the waiver wire because I probably was a little too busy early on in the week snatching up some running backs. So yes. Ooh, you on the hot seat now, girl. You on the hot seat now.
Damn. 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 Damn.
Oh wow. That was funny. Oh my goodness.
All right, all right, all right.
She said, I can't get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies first. Mm-hmm. Huh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I like that. I like that. Thomas, give it up. I like that, Mo. I like that. How many? About how many? Five? Woo! Wow. Yeah, that's. That. That's all right. That. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what we have to all consider is the fact that there's 22 roster positions and 5 taxi squad positions, and there's 16 owners. So when you can still look at your lineup and say it's competitive, and it might even be competitive in a 12 or 14 team league, then you really drafted well. We just got to wake up some of the people that, still have an illegal lineup. So, yeah, we let him go because we had 4 running backs that were doing much better than he. However, he did do well. It's just the other guys. I mean, it's all about speed with the Miami Dolphins. So basically, if they've got speed, they want him. And Michelle just is not one of those fast backs. And then they also, Miami carries a fullback. So if they need a big back, they got the fullback for that. So Sony Michelle, I assume, depending on how Isaiah Spiller does for San Diego, Sony Michelle will be the number 2 back in San Diego. One, he's a veteran, and they need that veteran leadership in the backfield. And when you look at Austin Eckler, he does get nicked up quite a bit. So there's some value there with Sony Michelle, and that's why I picked him up. Oh, no, you're going to be cheering. Right, right. Now, did you have to reach for Josh Allen? Cam Akers? Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. But was there a run on running backs? Okay. Now Cam is coming off of that ACL, and he wasn't. Yeah, but you got Henderson back there. That's a problem. That's a split backfield, and and McVay's going to use them as A1 and A1A and 1B. That's what scares me about their backfield. I think Mo would agree with me. You want someone that's going to be the dominant back in the backfield. So, yeah, I mean, there's a couple, and got signed by the Colts. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. That was Philip Lindsay. I'm sorry. Got him confused. Yeah. I got him. Yeah, but they got a lot of injuries. Dobbins is hurt. Edwards is hurt. So it's Mike Davis and Kenyon Drake right there. And Drake, is more explosive than Davis, if I remember. I think so. And Drake will catch some passes out of the backfield. Just depends on who's quarterbacking. What's Lamar Jackson going to do? That's right. 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 The plate in his foot. The plate that he has in his foot. Oh, well, Julio played wide receiver. This is a running back, who's coming off an injury. So, I just, I'm just leery about the Titans. And because of the inability of Ryan Tannehill to make things happen, they're going to still rely on Derrick Henry. And will he be able to, carry the load? And Derrick Henry does not catch this fantasy football. So Derrick Henry doesn't catch the ball out of the backfield. So you're looking at until he got hurt. So now he's coming back. Right. So that's what I'm just saying. Is he worth the risk taking him in the first round? Or would you rather just go with a wide receiver that like a, you know what I'm saying? And I'm with that. I went in the first round instead of picking a Derrick Henry. I went with a Diggs, and then came back with Swift, who is the main back. Even though he's playing in Detroit, he's going to get so many touches, and he catches the ball out of the backfield too. So, right. 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 But and there's someone breathing down his neck by the name of Tony Pollard. You know what I mean? So, when you have that in the backfield, it's like, do you want to pick Zeke high? Those are the questions that you have to. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Mm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. And with the yeah, the one advantage to selecting any players that play in the NFC least is because it's the easiest division. It's the easiest division in football. Go look at strength of schedule. When you look at strength of schedule, all the players that are playing in the NFC least have easy schedules. So there is an advantage of playing with some of those players in the NFC East. I mean, with that Minnesota offense is going to be potent. It's going to be. They're going to put some boy with Justin Jefferson. Oh yeah, they're gonna be high. They're gonna be high, and with Davin Cook, they're gonna be explosive. And they have a new offensive. No, they have a new coach who's offensive minded. So they got a and it's the no, it's your boy. It's your boy from Washington. That's true. But when it comes, but my point was the strength of schedule. NFC East is basically those are the teams that had the worst. I mean, who made the playoffs? And what was there? Philadelphia made the playoffs, right? And Dallas. And what were their records? 12-5, something like that. Okay. Well, I mean, the easiest schedules. Boom. It's the NFC least. NFC least. So therefore, you can look at. That is you can play it, but when the teams in that division are not the best, then therefore that's why you look at it as being the easiest schedule. We're talking fantasy football. We're not talking about football. We're talking about fantasy football. So if those teams don't have great defenses, I'm going to pick the players that are playing against the NFC East. And then and then you got to look at your schedule during the playoffs. So week 14, 15, 16, 17. Who are your players playing during that time of the year? Those are the players you want to make sure you have on your squad that are playing the easiest schedule. That's how you win. Yep, that's true. That's true. Right. 31, 31 minutes. Oh, that's because of Mo. Yes, she did. Yeah, I had to be ready. I was like, oh, okay. She threw some jabs at me. I was like, okay, all right. No, it's a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. Woo. And team captain. I found that interesting. Yeah. 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 No, and right. Uh oh. Not with that offense. They're gonna need some time to get him in the ball. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. The key to that game will be being able to get pressure on Brady up the middle. So if I were the Cowboys, Parsons should be blitzing straight up the middle, in the gaps. That's it. He can come from the side from time to time, but loop him around and have him shooting up the gaps up the middle, and Tom Brady's gonna be in trouble. Yeah, because that's where they lost all the offensive linemen in the middle. I think it's the two guards in the center. That's where the injuries are. So they should. I mean, the defensive coordinator should be focused on that solely. Oh, looks like my opponent's not even gonna get his team legal. Yeah, he deleted one person. I'm playing him this week. I even offered him a trade. His team's looking so bad. He ain't got no running backs. He ain't got no running backs. I'm like, how? No, none. None. I think he has three running backs total, maybe four total. I mean, he's got to play a whole season, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a dynasty league, so like, yo, you got four running backs, and the ones he got starting. Take a look at his team, Mo. We'll go over time. I would like to get Mo's opinion right now because this is who I'm playing. So I'm like, you doing what? And the rich boys. Oh my goodness. Maybe I might be getting him confused with the rich boys. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm thinking I gotta take a look at his lineup. Pull it up. Can you put it on the screen, E? We'll go over. Now this is someone that really, I think the Dynasty League caught them by surprise. When you look, because I've done some studying. So okay. Come on now. Robinson. That's his number two back. And the other running back is Ronald Jones. Come on, E. Those are his three running backs. Yeah, but he's number 4 or number 3 on the depth chart. Yes. Miles may not even touch the field that often. So, but this was the problem that he had. If I'm looking at the right, yes, he drafted. He's got 4 defensive linemen, right? Two defensive backs. This is on his bench. A linebacker, three tight ends. So he's got a total of 4 tight ends on his team. Yes. Well, then that was it. That's the problem. And that was the problem. So that's why I could see something went wrong here with his draft. So he's got like so many. So he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to make some trades. He's gonna have to. Yeah, he only has one running back on his bench. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem. So he's only got four, and two of his running backs, Ronald Jones, who's number 3 on the depth chart, and James Robinson. That ain't nothing. He gonna have problems. Yeah. No, that's not Rich Boys. That's not who I'm playing. Yeah, I'm playing. Who's that? Oh yeah, he went early. Yep, he's got him as his wide receiver. Mm-hmm. Right. Trevor Lawrence. Damn, E. Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence. Yep. Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. Right. I, mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. And yep. I would say the same thing. And then because he's got, Urban Meyer's out of there now. So now he's got an offensive minded coach that knows how to coach quarterbacks. And it is Jacksonville. So their defense is decent, but you can bet they're going to be trailing in quite a few games. So that means he's going to be forced to throw the ball quite often. So if you got a Christian Kirk, and you got ATN, and you're hitting him out of the backfield, and ATM to take one, take a pass, a screen pass, and boom, go 0 to 100 real quick, you know. Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah. Outside of Mooney, I mean, who are the receivers? Who's the other receiver he has? And I'm hearing rumors that the David Montgomery is not working well with the offense, so they're changing some things there. So there's a lack of chemistry in the offense, so it may take them a few weeks to get the ball rolling for him. And that's the only thing I think can really hold him back. But the advantage is that he'll be able to run and get the ball, run the ball and get you some fantasy football points. So, but that's true. That's true. So, well, think about me on Sunday at Hard Rock Stadium because they played 2 games out there this past weekend. The Canes played Bethune-Cookman, and then Jackson State played. I can't remember who they played, and blew them away. And everyone that told me that was at that game told me it was burning hot, and that's why Bill Belichick has flown the New England Patriots down here today so they can practice in the heat. But it's not going to help them. It's not going to help them now when they have those dark jerseys on and when the third quarter hits. Woo! And see, my seats and the Dolphin seats are in the shade. The Patriots, they're going to be, that heat is something else down here, man. Oh, oh. Well, you're going to be sitting in the suite anyway, right, E? Okay, all right. Yeah. What you talking about? I'm in the I'm in the stands, dog. I'm in the stands, if not on the field. You know. Mm. Mm-hmm. That no wonder she wanted him. That's right. It's just yeah, it's silliness on there. Well, my Twitter is on fire since I was on the radio today. So basically, follow me on Twitter at Lorenzo Thomas, on IG at Lorenzo Ice T, and that's ICETEA on Facebook, YouTube, and what are the other ones? Twitch. You could just go ahead and Google Lorenzo Ice T Thomas, and you'll find me without a doubt. Hey Mo, pleasure to meet you. And your team does look good, girl. It looks good. You does look good. All right. Oh, y'all. Okay. Well, yeah, that's what we want. That's why I say. Oh, I said. Oh, she throwing some things. Oh. I said, okay. You're active. I'm praising you, giving you all the applause because you are active. You are active, and that's what I like to see. You know, I think me and E was on there today trying to get people going. When you did what? I heard it was a little low. Turn it up. Yeah, yeah. You can hear that, right? You hear that? Can you hear Kevin Hart?
Damn.
Kevin Hart?
Damn. Damn. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You just gotta make sure. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it. Okay. But hey, I heard it though. So maybe the volume is just low. I heard it. Okay. Wow. Okay. That's an issue. we, oh, we off? All right. Let me stop my stream.